Many of us, when we think about animals, we think about how cute they are and how happy they make one feel. But what many of us do not know is the terror and harm many of these animals have to suffer because of animal testing. Across the world, there are millions of different animals stuck inside cages and testing facilities, waiting for an opportunity to be free and to be able to escape their pain-filled lives. However, are you truly aware of what animal testing truly is, or what these poor animals must endure while being tested on? It may be a shock to many on the hard-hitting truth that animal testing truly is. That's why I'm here to explain why animal testing is unethical to do. Today I'm here to persuade my audience that animal testing is wrong and unethical. I will go over 3 main topics that include what's animal testing, why animal testing is not effective, and the alternatives for animal testing. So, what's animal testing, you may be asking? Animal testing refers to the practice of performing unnatural and often painful experiments on animals that are held captive in stressful and laboratory settings. The testings are done to the animals because it is believed that the results will be the same for humans. These procedures that are performed are to conduct research for evaluating how effective medications are in overall human health and environmental safety concerns of different products, like cleaning products, cosmetic products, and food additives. The procedures that animals endure cause physical suffering and psychological distress. Usually, once the animals have been experimented on, they're usually killed or they're reused for other experiments. According to the article Animal Testing by McCallan, Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service reported that over 700,000 laboratory animals were used for testing in 2019. This doesn't also include the animals that are protected by the Animal Welfare Act, which is a federal law in the US that regulates the treatment of animals in research that are used, like dogs, cats, rabbits, guinea pigs, and domestic livestock. Animals like rats and mice and fish aren't protected by this law, so it's hard to have a good statistic about those animals that are tested on. And according to the Animal Welfare Act regulates by Linda Fisher, it states that rats and mice are 80% of the animals used in laboratories. Overall, many of these animals suffer during the horrible testings in which they're burned, injected, or even killed. So the next topic is why animal testing is not effective. The human body is very complex, and the reactions of animals are not always accurate because of how different they are. According to the article Why Animal Research is Bad Science by Peter Tatchell, it states, yet some scientists doubt that animal testing can provide accurate models of human diseases and treatments at all. They point out that the drug therapies can vastly have different effects on different species. There are chemicals that are harmful to humans, but aren't harmful to animals, and vice versa. So we can't really trust animal testing because it's not effective. And the majority of the diseases that humans suffer are unique to our species, and the cures are most likely to be found by studying the physiology of humans and not animals. Now we will look at the different alternatives there are to replace animal testing. Throughout the years, there has been different alternatives to use instead of animals. For example, bioprinted 3D cornea, which started in the 1970s. This is a procedure that is a bioink containing human cells that's printed in the shape of the eye's outermost layer. Um, and researchers use it to observe the effects of chemicals on bioprinted human corneas that are created in lab cultured cells. According to Out of the Rage Into the Future by Karen Lange, animals tests require shaving rabbits to expose the surface of their skin to chemicals. To replace this, there's 3D printed skin, which is cultured cell bioprinted into skin, different layers, which are used to test different chemicals on. And lastly, another alternative is mapping biological pathways. This is the chain of events of what happens when a substance is applied on skin. And according to the article, Is Animal Necessary to Advance Medical Research by Helen Moore, people need real cures based on real science, not misleading animal experiments. The new tech has become a safer and more accurate alternative instead of using animal testing. In conclusion, animal testing is cruel and unethical to perform on innocent animals, mainly because the tests that are done to the animals are not always effective to the human body. And to replace the cruelty, there's new technology to stop the testing on animals. Overall, animal testing is harmful and needs to be stopped.